Welcome to Lowe's Southern Farms. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an introduction to what we're doing and future expansions of our current 2 to 2.5 acre plot here. So we currently run chickens on our place, trying to improve the pasture or current field that we have, that we're going to be running our sheep, our meat sheep. So I'd like to just take you around, introduce you to the animals that we currently have. We have a total of around 7 chickens currently, some good egg layers, and I'd like just to introduce you to those. So let's get started. Thanks. So this is our current setup that we currently have for 3 of our chickens. We built this roost in this house for our current egg layers. As you can see in there, let me see if I can get a close-up of them. These birds lay quite a few eggs during the summer months, into spring and the summer, kind of taper off during the fall. I want to try to show you guys our current setup on our electric fencing. Currently have just one wire going around just to try to keep out any type of animal that might try to get our chickens. We have had quite a few instances where our chickens were eaten or taken by either dogs or other animals that we have currently here in East Tennessee. As you can see, this right here is where our energy is coming from. Currently we have just a cattle fence charger on here. But it's not a weatherproof charger, so we have to kind of keep it in this tote and run our wires out. So far, this has worked very well for us. We've had these chickens here, kind of moving them around for probably the last 3 weeks. Probably at some point we're going to kind of change up this chicken tractor design and utilize this piece for something else. Just found out, this design's kind of a heavy design. I can only move it with my tractor, so it's kind of inefficient. So we're just trying to get started to improve our property. This spot right here that we're currently on is going to be our spring planting spot. And we'll kind of take you guys along the journey on that one as well. So as you can see, kind of right behind me here, we currently have some burn piles that we've started for some of the brush that we've had in the past year. This is just something that we're going to use to improve the ground, try to get some better yield out of our grasses for our future expansion into sheep. We'll try to take you guys along for that. Probably looking at some point and trying to invest into some type of wood chipper or renting a wood chipper. If we go down that route, we will sure take you guys on an adventure with that. Kind of show you what type of wood chipper we will be using and just how hard it is to get and just what the cost is to rent one. So I want to try to show you guys our current pond that we're working on this little 2.5 acres. This pond's going to supply some of our sheep's watering needs, and we'll take you along for that ride as well. But this pond was actually dug with a Kubota 23X backhoe that we currently own. So let me just take you around the pond real quick. As you can see, we're adding structure to the pond. A few of those tree stumps that we couldn't burn Pond actually probably could have used a little bit more slope just to allow the water to come into play a little better. We currently went out and bought some Bitmite to seal the pond off. We're going to end up putting some more gravel into the pond in future videos to try to lighten it up, make it look a little bit more crystal clear. And we're going to add Bitmite to this pond dam that I'm currently standing on, and all the way around where you guys see. So I want to kind of show you this area that we have picked out for our sheep and our chickens in future videos. As we get them, we'll kind of show you guys what we got, how much yield we get off of our sheep, how much money we get for our sheep. Because kind of our plan is, you know, one per year we'll probably put back in our freezer, and then we'll also sell the rest. So we're kind of doing our research on this and making sure that we know what we're doing and that we don't lose any sheep if possible. So we'll be taking you around. As you can notice here, let me show you the field. As you notice here, this is pretty much just our backyard. So nothing real special, just trying to improve on the grass that we have. Doing some research on what type of grass to put down and what type of grass we have currently on here. I know that we have some Kentucky fescue because I've actually planted it myself. This little field actually used to be full of tree stumps that just like the one I showed you in the pond. There are two I showed you in the pond. So this field used to actually be full of them. We actually got them out with our little Kubota backhoe that we own. As you see the woods behind the house here, we're looking to kind of turn that into a small type of silvopasture where we have grasses and stuff, and a place where our sheep can kind of get in out of the weather if they're stuck out in pasture during rainstorms and things of that nature. So we're probably going to bring the pasture all the way back to the back, in behind those big trees where you see the tree lines start to kind of thin out to our back of our property, and put electric wire around it just to try to keep our sheep in. So, and to try to keep anything that might get our sheep out. So let me spin around here. We'll probably end up expanding it on around up to our current barn, and on up even in front of the barn just a little ways, just to give ourselves a little bit more room and a place to put our buck once we get him. So not a very big plot of property to put sheep. We have not calculated how much forage we're going to need yet, or how much this field will support, how many sheep. So that's something that we will do before we bring them on the property. Probably be around springtime when you guys start seeing us put in sheep, and then hopefully put in some more chickens with our sheep. And what we're really hoping to do is kind of split this pasture up and kind of do a rotational graze. From what I have been seeing and researching on, it seems to help the grass a lot better, give the ground time to rest. Plus, it helps help our sheep not to get diseases as much. From what we've experienced with the chickens, if we actually move the chickens and not keep them in a coop all the time, we're less likely to get diseases and things of that nature. We have had issues with our chickens in the past with cord and things of that nature that cause us a lot of issues. We have lost some chickens to cord. So just keep that in mind. If you ever go out to get chickens or anything like that, there's always that possibility that you might lose a few to that disease. Sorry about the wind. It's snowing, trying to snow still. So, but this is just kind of our introduction. We hope that you've enjoyed it. We hope that you subscribe. So hit the like button and pound the subscribe button if you'd like to see more future videos of our farm grow. because we're really hoping to expand beyond this property. This will not be a stopping point. We will go on and hopefully expand to other properties, and we would like to take you guys on that journey. Thank you.